The New York Knickerbockers select Rod Strickland of DePaul.
With those words, Rod Strickland came home, back from DePaul University after his junior year and into the pressure cooker of NBA basketball in the Big Apple. The good times didn't last long. Playing time was hard to come by as Rod served as backup point guard to fellow New York playground legend Mark Jackson, who just the year before had been named NBA Rookie of the Year. When he did play, there were frequent flashes of brilliance, but Knicks management soured on Rod, claiming his desire for more playing time could not be accommodated and that he had some maturing to do on and off the court. Rod's New York teammates saw things a little bit differently.
Well, I've had the opportunity to play with Rod a couple of years. I thought that Rod has the ability to be one of the best point guards in the game. He just got to, settle down, relax, and just go out and play. He's quick. He can shoot the ball when he wants to, penetrate, pass. I think he has a total package.
Despite his obvious talents, Rod wound up in San Antonio, traded for veteran point guard Maurice Cheeks. The move ended Rod's year and a half of frustration with the hometown Knicks.
I wanted to come in the NBA, and I wanted to play a lot right away. And, I knew that wasn't going to happen. I was looking toward my future. I wanted to establish myself as a player in this league. And so, the situation with me and Mark, I don't think was good for me.
Teamed with superstar center David Robinson, Rod now had his own team to run. But somehow it was never that easy. It all began with the 1990 playoffs, Western Conference semifinals, 7th and deciding game in Portland, tied in overtime. To this day, Blazer fans all over remember it simply as the past.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. And Strickland throws the ball behind his back, and Drexler in a foot race. Foul.
I think after the Portland series, the first year I was there, we lost, and the pass that I threw away at the end of the thing, I think after that things went kind of downhill, in San Antonio, and, it became flip side up, and, media was kind of negative. The atmosphere was negative.
Most of Rod's troubles in San Antonio, though, came away from the game, culminating in his much celebrated holdout prior to last season. As in New York, his teammates stood behind him.
I think Rod got a lot of undue criticism. I really thought he was a guy that went out every night and tried to play hard. And I think maybe people misunderstood him because he was quiet. But he was a good guy.
After missing 24 games, Rod returned to the Spurs, but it was not for very long. San Antonio management, weary of Rod's personal history, balked at a long-term deal and instead set him loose in the offseason, allowing the unrestricted free agent to get himself the best deal possible. And he did in Portland, Oregon. With or without Danny Ainge's departure to Phoenix, the Blazers saw Rod Strickland as a welcome addition to an already potent roster.
We had identified the need for a penetrator, a creator, a guard capable of playing with both Terry and Clyde. The pursuit of a guard like Rod Strickland was a no-brainer regardless of what would happen with anyone else on our roster.
But what of Rod's reputation, his past indiscretions?
Everybody goes through stages, and I think I went through a stage, no question. I think through it all, I've learned sort of some of the things I can do, some of the things I can't do. And, I just chalk it up as that. I'm ready to move on, and that's a part of the maturing process. And so, I think people should let me make that transition and see what happens.
I can't deal with what people have done in the past. I don't know the circumstances of what he's been through. I can only deal with him from the point I get him. I think someone should be given a chance first. If that was way down the list of what some people in our league alone have done off the court.
And as in New York, this is someone else's team to run from the point. Rod plays back up to a former All-Star, Terry Porter. For Rod, this time, that's just fine. I
think I'm capable of helping the team. And whatever that is, whether that's, playing with Terry, playing, behind Terry, whatever, I'm ready to accept that role, whatever it is.
Just a day before relocating to his new basketball home in Rip City, USA, Rod Strickland took Blazer Broadcasting on a trip through his past, the South Bronx in New York City.
This is a police station that isn't worthwhile. It doesn't do anything. They sell drugs on the corner.
Still got my number and
I got it all.
Shirts and everything.
I got it.
You know what? I got to get you back on the court, baby. We got to play. We got to go back in the day.
I'll see you next summer. That's my brother, Steve.
Excuse me, this my uncle. Let's take a picture. This my uncle.
This is 302 East 138th Street, building I grew up in, 17th floor. Had a lot of memories there. It was a great time of my life. This is PS 154, my elementary school I grew up in. You know, all my neighborhood friends went there with me.
I was one of his teachers, did real great. I told him he had skill and talent. I said, work your way through college, work your way through school, don't get in trouble and all. He took my advice. I'm very happy. He's one of my success stories that I tell about.
This is the Gaucho Gym where it all started. Actually, this wasn't built when I was playing, but right after. But it was a great experience, a great team. We traveled all around. It's where I got confidence in my basketball ability. It's where, you know, I got the fundamentals, and I had a great coach there and a great opportunity to get some exposure.
As you can see, Rod Strickland clearly feels at home here in his old neighborhood. So now, what does he hope for with his new home on the other side of the country?
I think for the most part, just judge me while I'm in Portland. And like I said, I think they'll come to like my style of play, and I think they'll come to like me as a person. You know, it's kind of hard to keep defending myself because, you know, I've been doing this for years now since I've been in the league. Every time I do an interview or something, I have to defend myself. And, you know, I think I just have to be myself, and people will learn, you know, who Rod Strickland is.